y'all? Welcome back to the winning team. I'm Nakisha if you're new, and today we're talking about how to start a blog in 2025. Now, if you happen to get here by typing in, "Is vlogging dead?" I want to let you know that no, it's not, because Google is still serving out blogs on its search engine, and so we are still blogging. And today I want to talk through how blogging has changed and what I definitely think you need to do differently in 2025 than you've had to do in the past, because the landscape of blogging is different. Now, if you're wondering who I am and why you should listen to me, about 7 years ago, I decided to walk away from corporate to blog full time. That blog and this YouTube channel combined together allows me to make 6 figures a year for my family, and it's probably been the best decision I have made thus far when it comes to my career. I want you to know that as you're starting this blog, you have to be thinking about it as a business. Even if you're not trying to make gobs and gobs of money from this, you still need to think about your blog a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. You got to be thinking about it like that when you come in, unless you're just doing this for fun. Now you can do whatever you want, okay? But I want you to look at this blog as an opportunity for you to build something in conjunction with it, or with the blog at the foundation. Let's go ahead and talk about what you need to do to first get that blog started. The first thing you have to do is go ahead and get hosting, okay? This is website hosting that's going to allow your blog to be live on the internet. Now, I recommend that you get a WordPress self-hosted blog so that you can own your site outright. When it comes to choosing what host you're going to use, I think you should keep it simple and do what's in your budget. Now, when I first started, I didn't have a whole lot of money. I just wanted to go ahead and get it done so that I could start getting my thoughts out into the world. And with that, I used Bluehost. Bluehost was affordable for me. I didn't have to come out of the pocket tons and tons of money, and I could get started really, really fast. Now, when you sign up for Bluehost, I love that they have this feature where it's literally a one-click install connecting Bluehost to WordPress, because that is something that has to be done, and they have a one-click process to doing that. Now, you don't have to use Bluehost. There are plenty other options out there. Do your research and choose whatever it is that you want to use, but I will have a link down in my description if you decide to go with Bluehost. Now, as your blog continues to grow and your business has additional needs, you may decide that you want something else. That's exactly what happened to me. I am currently using Big Scoots as a host, and I absolutely love that as well. Now, I got to tell you, it costs a lot more than Bluehost does, okay? So depending on what your pockets are looking like and what kind of coin you want to shell out, you can make that decision there. But as long as you have a self-hosted WordPress blog, you're good to go. Now, if you need some help walking through the process of getting this hosting set up, I actually have a video on the channel that you can go ahead and watch, and it will walk you through step by step on how to get all of this done. Okay, so let's talk about how to get the blog to look good. You want your blog to be a great representation of who you are and your vision for what it's going to be. Now, unless you are a website developer or you know coding and all that good stuff, the easiest way to do this is going to be by having a blog theme, like a template that is made by an actual developer. Now, these are readily available for a very affordable price on Etsy and Creative Market. I actually still to this day use a template that I got from 17th Avenue Design. She actually has templates on Etsy and also on her own site as well, but they work really, really well, and I definitely recommend them. They look good, they're responsive. That means that if you're on a computer or an iPad or a laptop or a phone, it's going to change for all of those. One of my biggest pet peeves is going to websites that are not responsive and it's all this stuff popping up and things are moving and you can't see things right. You won't have that problem. Next, it's time to determine what your blog is going to be about. What are you going to talk about on your blog? Who do you expect to read your blog? What do you like? These are some things that you got to ask yourself as you are getting started. Now, I do think that in the beginning, you do need to keep your writing focused. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the N word. I'm talking about niche. People don't want to box themselves in, which I totally get. But then I want you to consider this, that the riches are in the niches, and that maybe, right? Maybe instead of having a niche, you can have a specific target audience. This is how I teach my students to have a target audience. Who are you expecting to read these posts? What is she going to be interested in? What is he going to be interested in? So instead of getting on your blog and just talking about any and everything, write about things that are going to be relatable to this specific type of audience. So for instance, I may be starting a blog about homemaking. So I'm going to focus my blog on millennial moms. And as I am thinking about what this niche is going to be, I'm going to think about the multiple things that this millennial mom could be interested in. And these topics of the blog is what I'm going to consider my blog pillars. And I am going to stay within those blog pillars as I write out my blog post. So as a millennial mom, I may talk about cleaning, I may talk about cooking, I may talk about home decor, I may talk about parenting. So those will be my 4 pillars that I speak about on the blog. And as I'm writing out these blog posts, there's an array of things that you can talk about under these 4 separate pillars. This is how you keep your blog focused enough so that you're relating to a specific person. Because when it comes to starting a blog in 2025, it is not enough to just think you're going to do this magical thing and then all this traffic is going to come in. I think that when you are starting a blog in 2025, there needs to be purpose there. There needs to be some sort of like, desire, and want by you of the specific thing that you are talking about. Because here's the thing, in 2025, authority matters. Who you are and what you're talking about in relation to that matters. Personal brand specifically, it is so important that you garner some sort of authority in what you are doing. So I would have the authority to speak on millennial motherhood because I am a millennial mother raising children. And so if I'm speaking to another mom about potty training, about picky eaters, about getting stains out of laundry, it makes sense because I'm doing it, I'm living it. I have been doing this for 7 years. It would make sense. So as you're picking your niche, or as you're picking your target audience or your topics of your blog, I would definitely recommend that you think about where you are in life, who you are in this life, and what type of value you can add to the online space. Because I think gone are the days that you can just throw up content. You want to know why? AI, it's a thing. Anybody and everybody can just throw up content on their site. But if you have authority behind what you are doing and you are sharing your experiences and you are going deep on a journey that you have been on, that is what separates you from the other bloggers out there, right? So you want to make sure that you choose these blog pillars for yourself. These are going to be the topics of your blog that you are going to pick when you are starting. So as you're considering these blog topics, you want to think about how you can share your experience, right? Because as you share your experience, that will help you to then build a relationship with your readers. This is going to help that. This is going to help Google say, hey, this girl is over here. She's blogging about this specific thing. We can connect her to maybe this blog, maybe this podcast she's been to over here. She's sharing this same thing on Instagram. She's talking about this over here. And so authority is a thing now when it comes to blogging. You can't just have a blog and throw up content. Now you can. I just personally wouldn't recommend it. So I want you to be thinking about those things as you're thinking about the topics of your blog. What can you share experience on? Do you have a journey on this specific thing? And who are you talking to? Because this is how you're going to start that beginning phase of the relationship building with your audience. Because in 2025, community matters. In 2025, it's the only thing that is going to help you to get to the next level with your blog, is to begin to build that relationship, which we will talk about a little bit further in this video. But I want you to think about that as you're choosing your topics and your pillars, right? And so as you choose those things, I also want you to consider what's popular. Okay, what's popular? What do you like and have an experience with and can share a journey about? And what's popular? What's already working in the online space? I know a lot of people are afraid of oversaturation or competition, but to me, this is proof of concept. It's proof that people want to hear about it. It's proof that people are reading about it, watching videos about it, and you shouldn't be scared off by that, okay? Because you are going to come in with what? A different perspective than that other person, because you actually have a journey. You actually have experience with the thing that looks very different than anyone else. So as we're thinking about our topics, I want you to consider all of these things. And so as it relates to the type of content that you're going to do on a blog, one thing that I think you should consider doing is documenting a journey that you're currently on. So going back to the motherhood topic, say you are newly married to your husband and he's of a different culture. Maybe you could document yourself learning how to cook some of his native food. And maybe you put up that post once a month on your blog. Don't you think that's something that people would absolutely love to watch? Okay, the failures, the successes, all of that good stuff. I'm following you because it's hilarious and it's so sweet, right? To even be that considerate. And so that's what you want to do. That's one thing you want to consider. On top of that, you want to talk about things you absolutely know and that you've already conquered, okay? Things that you have learned and you consider yourself an expert in that thing, okay? You know how to get a mean stain out of laundry? Teach the girls, okay? Teach the girls. Do a combination of content on the blog of documenting a journey, teaching things that you already know, some search-based stuff that the algorithm can pick up. You want to do these topics that are going to not only appease the algorithms, but are going to appease your audience as well. So search engine optimization is a thing, and you cannot forget about that. That is simply using keywords that people are typing into the Google search and they are looking for. So when it comes to search engine optimization, this is something that I did not easily learn. Okay, I didn't know anything about it till about a year into my blog, but this is absolutely essential. Okay, even in 2025, where a lot of things are user-based and going to be community-based and relationship-based, okay? Absolutely. We are documenting our journey. We are sharing our experience for the sake of our audience because we want to target our audience. We want to make sure that they are happy because at the end of the day, when it comes to algorithms, all you have to do is replace the word algorithm with audience and you will do so much better on your content as a whole, not just the blog. But also, let's not pretend like search engines still don't exist. Okay, so if it were up to me and I were doing blog posts, I would do probably half of my content. Maybe if I'm posting 4 times a month, because I definitely do recommend that you post at least once a week on your blog, because I know you are busy and you have a lot going on. Minimum once a week, that would look like 4 times a month. One of those 4 blog posts should be search-based. Search engines still exist for a reason. We're still going to target them. Evergreen content, evergreen strategy. I would do at least 1 blog post a month that's focused on a keyword. Now, considering that we are also going to be in competition or in this landscape with people that are using AI and they are pumping out blog posts, okay, multiple times a day, daily, all that good stuff, we're not going to worry about it because we know AI is here, it's here to stay, and people are pumping out tons and tons and tons of content with AI. But I want to beseech you today, okay, to not put up blog posts on your site that are AI written. Do not do that. Don't do it. Now, I do think AI has its place, and I think there are ways that you can use it to benefit your content. One, you can use it for idea generation, blog post ideas. Maybe you can't come up with anything to write about. You can use AI to help you come up with those topics. Secondly, when you do have an idea and you need help just creating an outline for that blog post, AI is amazing for that. It can literally write the skeleton of that blog post, and then you would go back to fill in your original thoughts and ideas when it comes to the specific topics. And then lastly, I would use AI to make what I've written better. write my blog post, add it into AI, and ask AI to give me something better. Next, let's talk about traffic. How are you going to get people to your blog? Because of course, we don't want our work to be in vain, and we want people to actually see our content so they can become a part of our community, right? The very first thing I want to talk about when it comes to this is Pinterest. This is the first thing that I would do if I was starting a new blog. Get on Pinterest. Pinterest is not just some place you post beautiful photos. It is actually a search engine. And this is the only search engine that people come to specifically to click out to go to people's blog. Pinterest is one of those platforms that have a long-term benefit. And so I absolutely love this for beginner bloggers because it doesn't take long, okay? Google can tend to take a little minute, okay? But Pinterest, you can get that going really fast, especially if you are posting trending things and you are getting in there and doing all the things that it requires to get Pinterest started. I did a Pinterest for beginners video, so definitely check that out so that you can get started the right way on your Pinterest journey. Next, let's talk about search engine optimization. SEO. Now, while I said that SEO, it could be very competitive right now. There's a lot of websites, a lot of blogs, a lot of social media content, and it's all ranking on Google. It's all getting Google's attention, right? You still don't want to ignore it. It still has value. People are still typing in search engines, and so we are still using SEO. Obviously, at the forefront, we're doing content that our audience wants to see and hear about, but when you're tiny, there is no audience, and so you gotta go and find one, or say, Google, go and find me one. You're also using target keywords that you know your audience is looking for. Obviously, you determine that based on your topics and your pillars and your niche, right? Back in the beginning of this video. So search engine optimization is going to be the second way that we are going to be making sure that our blog posts get ranked on Google while simultaneously making graphics for Pinterest to pin them as well, but they'll both be working for us. Now, the next way that I absolutely love to drive traffic, it's my favorite way to do it, and that's with a YouTube channel. This is where the community portion of this comes in, and that relationship building that you need with your audience to build that community, because on YouTube they get to see you, they get to hear you, right? And here's the thing, in 2025 people aren't buying content. You're not buying into what you're talking about. It's AI. They could type it into ChatGPT and figure it out on their own. People buy people. People are buying into you, not necessarily your content. And so YouTube humanizes your content, and it allows people to connect with you and relate to you in a different way than they could on your blog. And so I love YouTube. I think that YouTube and Google are the Bonnie and Clyde of the internet. And so that blog post with that YouTube video works seamlessly well. It is something that I've been doing forever and works amazingly for me. And here's the thing, you can simply take those blog posts, especially if you're a person that you're posting once a week, okay, on your blog. You can then make a YouTube video that coincides with that blog post and put both of them up each week and give different types of value in each of those pieces. So for instance, say you have a recipe on the blog and you're listing out all the things and you're telling them how to do it. In the YouTube video, you can just show them and you can actually cook the thing on the YouTube video. So they work so well together. Make sure that you're embedding that YouTube video in that blog post, and on that YouTube video you're linking to the blog post in the description of that video as well, because they're going to feed each other traffic and they're going to do it so well. And then in addition to that, okay, here's the thing, in addition to that, YouTube actually has a monetization program to where you can get paid for the videos that you're going to put on YouTube. Okay, super simple, easy peasy. I had my YouTube channel monetized in about 90 days. One of my mastermind students, I had her monetized in about 63, better than me. Okay, so it's super simple to do, and that's going to be your first way to get to the coin on your blog. I think that YouTube's monetization program is amazing. It's super simple to just repurpose that blog content, and it's a great way for you to get started making money. But I do want to say this, blogging is a long game. Making money is a long game. And you got to know that and understand that none of these methods that I'm about to talk about for making money with your blog are going to happen overnight. Now they could, okay? Totally, absolutely could, especially if you already have an audience and you're just starting the blog and you have, say, like a social media audience. It could totally work overnight for you. Literally, it could literally work overnight for you. But if you're building from the beginning, I want you to have that patience and understand that this is not an overnight thing. Now, after YouTube monetization, the next monetization method I think you should consider is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is simply you getting paid for recommending people to products and services that you use, love, and like, okay? It is you just getting a kickback for telling them. And it's a great way to make money online, especially when you are building out your audience. You are building your audience. And so here's the thing. You can sign up to many affiliate programs through platforms like Impact and PartnerStack. Specifically, I like those two. You can sign up for those affiliate programs, and it has all the companies you probably can think of that you use in your regular life, and you can sign up to be an affiliate for them. And so when you're making your blog post, you're simply going to go in and you're going to link out to the products that you're using, link out to the services that you are using. And as people click those links inside of those blog posts and they buy, you will get a commission from those purchases. And so it's super simple. But again, you gotta know that all of this is a long game, okay? None of this monetization or traffic is going to happen overnight because blogging is a long game. You're looking to make money for the long term, okay? Social media is kind of the short term thing, and the blogging and search engines in general are the longer game. That's why I like to mesh the two. But you want to know that it's not going to happen overnight. But here's the thing. The more blog posts, the more links you have out there, and the more clicks you get, the more money you can make. And so this is why it's going to be important for you to make sure you're putting up a blog post each week and you're adding some sort of monetization to those blog posts each and every time that you do it. But it's a long game, and the more we put out, the more we will get in return. But then after affiliate marketing and YouTube, we've gotten used to how to do that and we're in our groove there. You can create a digital product. Now, digital products, I absolutely love them, but my favorite digital product are ebooks because I feel like it's the easiest digital product that you can create without knowing how to do graphic design and make things pretty and look right and spaced out right and not look amateur. Even with Canva and the templates that they have, you still want it to look unique and like you, and you gotta know how to go in and make it your own. An ebook, you don't have to know that too much. The only thing you gotta have is a cover sheet, and that should be easy enough. When it comes to the content on the inside, the only thing you have to do is take your thoughts and put them on paper. Boom, you got yourself an ebook. So for me, I feel like this is the easiest way to create a digital product with it. And again, you're going to embed that ebook into those blog posts and suggest that your readers purchase it. It's really that easy. It's just like the affiliate marketing piece of it: traffic, clicks, and checkouts. That's what you're going to need to get to the coin in your pocket. So each step has its purpose in your business and a reason why you're doing it. Now, the last step of all of this, it kind of brings all of this together. All of it makes sense. The traffic, the monetization, all of it, that is going to be by creating a email newsletter, okay? In those blog posts, you're going to make sure you're embedding sign-up forms so that people can sign up for your newsletter, right? And in that newsletter that you're going to send out monthly, weekly, bi-weekly, however you choose to do it, that's where you're going to let them know about the content that you've created on the blog. And you're going to tell them about products and services that you like. And so this is going to increase your clicks to the blog post and increase your clicks to those affiliate products and your digital products and all the things. And so your email newsletter makes everything make sense together and make it all simple and easy, because those people that sign up for your newsletter, they're saying, hey, I want to hear from you. Hey, I like you. I think you're dope. I think you're amazing. And I would love to be a part of your community. And so your communication with them in that weekly, monthly newsletter is you simply saying, I appreciate you for being here. And so the email newsletter brings everything together and it all makes sense there. Now let's talk about a timeline with all this, right? Let's talk about the timeline. Personally, I think for the first 3 months of your blog, you gotta lock in on writing only. Okay, I think it's so important that you lock in on writing. If you can post 2 times a week for that first 3 months, that would be ideal. That would be ideal for you to say, you know what? I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not doing anything else. I'm going to write blog posts. Okay, 2 times a week. I'm going to bust my butt and I'm going to get these 2 blog posts out. That's what you should do the first 3 months. Months 3 through 6, I would focus on YouTube and getting monetized on YouTube. And with that, I would simply take those previous blog posts that I had done, and those would be the YouTube videos that I would create once a week on those, once a week. So at this point, you would be doing 1 blog post a week and 1 YouTube video a week from months 3 through 6. And then through months 6 through 9, I would start implementing my affiliate marketing. That's when I would start going back, adding links to my blog posts, adding links underneath my YouTube videos, and really diving in to my affiliate marketing. And then months 9 through 12, I will focus on a digital product. And so that's what I would do my first 12 months of blogging. If you want to go a little bit more in depth with it, I actually do have a free blogging guide that you can grab at the link in my description. I actually go through this, like what you should be doing each week for the full year. Week by week, I break it down, what you should be doing in my opinion on how that should go when it comes to the blog. But I hope you found this helpful. This was absolutely amazing. I absolutely love blogging. It is my first love. It is the thing that put me on the map, okay? And so I love it, and I hope that this was helpful and beneficial for you. If you want to learn more about starting a YouTube channel and how to do that, go ahead and check out this video right here, because I go in depth. I'm talking about, I break it down to the down on how to get monetized on YouTube. So check this video out.